then as they mature a little bit in the program, that's when you can kind of, like we have boy led, in the troops, and you want them to make some decisions. And
you're exactly right. Right. So now if you go beyond that first class, you start looking at what's required for STAR. So you've got tenderfoot, second class, first class. Then STAR is where leadership starts to become something they have to do, right?
That's right. And people have often said, it's a safe place to succeed. With scouting, I always look at it as it's a safe place to fail. So you want them to have those little fits and starts as a patrol leader, as whatever other position they might hold in the troop, maybe not thinking something through, maybe suffering a little consequence, but it's all minor stuff.
Yes.
Like we had a boy that was buying food for the first time for his patrol, and he didn't make the best decisions, and they kind of let him know about it, so he learned a little bit that way.
Yes.
And you're teaching him to work with budgets and things like that. So that's a safe place to kind of fail and
That's
then
right.
learn. But boy, when you see them advance, they've learned those lessons. And one of the favorite things that I do when we're talking about STAR boards of review, life boards of review, I start having discussions about how do you see this affecting other parts of your life at school, and they're like, yeah, when we have a project at school, I'm kind of the leader of the group all the time, or I have these ideas, or people are afraid to speak, and I'll get up right up there and speak. I said, do you think that's an accident? And they're like, no, actually, because I've already done a lot of that in scouting. And I said, that's perfect. And I said, now you're starting to understand this is preparing you for life.
And that sort of experience isn't something you're going back to the Cubs. Cubs need to have something at the end of den meeting that's a positive, right?
Oh, sure.
Scouts, it can now be 2 months of 3 months before they get that positive feedback, because they have a longer time horizon available to them.
Now, I have to tell you a funny story about learning, like, to speak and to do things in front of people. We do that in Cub Scouts. We do a flag ceremony, and we have the Cubs call the flag ceremony at that age. So we were doing a rally at a local elementary school, and we had one of our 8-year-olds up there in front of the PTA and about 100 adults, and he was calling the flag ceremony in front of all those people and had no problem doing it. And the best part about it is when he said "Scout salute," all the parents saluted did the salute. They didn't really know what they were doing, but it was just fun to see this kid
in charge
of all this and very comfortable doing it,
Yeah.
because he had done it so many times in the PAC meetings.
Yes.
So that's neat to see.
Yeah. That's a great aspect. So, the advancement in scouting, the next 3 advancements are STAR, Life, and then Eagle. And all of those require that leadership sort of demonstration. And again, like you said, it's under a careful eye of an engaged scoutmaster, adult leader, that's making sure that none of these decisions become significant failures.
That's right.
But they have some responsibility for what they're doing.
They do.